Rebuttal to this conversation because they're tired of the black woman that won't go to the gym. They're tired of the black woman that doesn't have a hot meal ready when he comes home from work. Because every black woman I encounter got that attitude. I don't need you. I don't want you. I don't got to. Girl, I don't got to cook. You doing too much. That's the attitude that have us by ourselves. And I think that's a cop-out too. You by yourself because don't nobody want you. And now you just saying you don't get attached.
Hey good people, this is Tori with Datingwright, a channel solely focused on helping men and women make better decisions in their dating life. And in this video, we're going to be discussing a topic that was done on the Relations podcast. Make sure you guys go over there and check their channel out. I'm going to leave a link for it down below. This lady here brought up some interesting points when it came to black men dating outside their race and the pushback that they sometimes get from black women when they come around with their particular woman from outside of another race. So we're definitely going to get into this one. But before we get into any of this, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like, comment, share the video, since that's by far the best thing you can do to support the channel. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get into this breakdown.
These comments, they saying us black men, we get successful, we get a white woman. Would y'all want to speak on that?
I'll definitely speak on that.
And that's sad. That hits me in the chest.
It hit you in the chest?
Yes, it did, because it's sad. Because they're not saying, I think white women are beautiful. They're not saying, I have a preference for white women. They're saying that in rebuttal to this conversation because they're tired of the black woman that won't go to the gym. They're tired of the black woman that doesn't have a hot meal ready when he comes home from work. They're tired of shit like that. So they say, you know what? Where can I go now? What can I do now? Because every black woman I encounter got that attitude. I don't need you. I don't want you. I don't got to. Girl, I don't got to cook. You doing too much. That's the attitude that have us by ourselves. And I think that's a cop-out too. You by yourself because don't nobody want you. And now you just saying you don't get attached. That's what it was back in the days when you was like, oh, I did it myself. I don't want a boyfriend. I want to be cool. I'm in college. Guys aren't ready for a relationship. Did I deserve a relationship? Yes. Did I feel like as a woman that in my heart that I wanted one? Of course. I was just in an environment that wasn't conducive to it. So I conformed. I conformed to being what you would call a hoe for my college period because my environment was not conducive to me looking for no man. It doesn't mean I didn't want one. I think it's the same thing going on now. These women that say they don't want a man, they're lying. They just too lazy to get a good one. They don't want a bad man. Ain't nobody gonna turn down no good man. If Obama wanted you, you would say absolutely, but he don't want you. Combat that. Rebuttal that. You ain't turning down those women that are saying they don't want a man. Ain't no good man knocking on the door. That's that.
Man, she was cooking. She hit a lot of great points on the head, and I love that transparency, and I love the honesty that she just put forth. Because the truth of the matter is, this is something that need to be talked about in the black community. Why is it so much hate when most black women, they get very upset when they see a black man dating outside of his race? A lot of times you'll see these women saying, hey, I don't even want him. He ain't all that. I ain't studying him. Oh, he's a little nerd. A lot of black women talked about the fact that they wasn't interested in him because he wasn't the hot guy. He wasn't popular. He was definitely not little Roro them. So a lot of black women didn't play him any mind. But the second that he's a grown full man, fully matured, and he walk in the room with Becky, oh, it's an issue. Oh, I knew that's what he all about. I ain't never want him no way. Then why are you upset about it? Why he gotta be a lame and he's gay anyway and all this kind of stuff versus just looking within yourself and say, why am I upset that these black men are dating women outside of the race and these women are accepting them? Why? Because he can't handle a powerful black woman, right? And the truth of the matter is, who wants to handle a black woman? That's the whole point of it. I think a lot of women miss the whole, submissive side of it, cooperation side of it, humble. This is definitely interesting to see a woman exposing the foolishness behind the things that women say. You know what I mean? Because you know they don't mean what they say, but she definitely telling the behind the scenes truth of the matter.
NFL wife Christmas Eve routine. First things first, I woke up bright and early and made my husband his cake that he requested for breakfast. And then I actually noticed that he went ahead and opened up a couple of his Christmas presents a little early, which it does look like he enjoyed what he saw, but I did run to the store and buy him a few more just in case. And then I also noticed that he didn't wear his ring today when he left for work, and I'm sure it's just because he's planning on going out with the boys later after work, but I went ahead and bought him a new one that he'd be proud to wear also. And then he said he wanted to take some Instagram pictures later, so I got him ready to take these pics with the Pearly White Deluxe teeth whitening kits that we absolutely love. And when he got home, I went ahead and just started getting it ready for him. I know that he wants to look good for all the girls he takes his pictures with, so I went ahead and just did that. And I'm so lucky because he did allow me to go ahead and whiten mine as well, so that's us together whitening our teeth. NFL wife morning before practice routine. My husband actually despises the sound of an alarm clock, so I always make sure to wake up a little early. That way my soothing sound of my voice can wake him up from his slumber in the morning. And then I went ahead and started to watch his film for him and took notes. That way I can give him a scouting report for this Friday's game. And then he started his morning meditation and yoga, which I provided the ambiance for. But then he actually asked me to leave because I was disturbing his peace. So I went ahead and started to clean all of the doorknobs that he's going to be using for the morning. That way we practice caution and ensure his safety and health. And then after that, I ran out to the car with his morning coffee. That way I can start the car, heat it up, and make sure that the steering wheel is clean. That way he stays nice and safe on his ride to work.
They're tired of the black woman that doesn't have a hot meal ready when he comes home from work. They're tired of like that. So they say, you know what? Where can I go now?
And on the side note that she said about cooking and cleaning, do you know how easy it is to do cooking and cleaning nowadays? They got these freaking robot vacuum cleaners. They got crock pots now. Not that it's crock pot stuff new, but they have you can pretty much order your man, like you can order his whole meal plan for the month. Cooking is not a big issue like it used to be. You can put something together frozen, throw it in the oven, and still make a complete meal out of it. You can get him on one of them Hello Fresh meal things. You know, a lot of men would like to live a healthier lifestyle, but cooking is not as hard as it used to be. You do not have to be a freaking chef to cook for your man. Like, you can just order him something if it's a big deal. So I just hate the fact that women be really trying to capitalize on the fact that, oh, he just wants somebody cooking and cleaning for him. I ain't doing and this is the stuff that you should want to do for your man. But that's the difference, because Becky would love to do that for her man. It's not an issue. Like me, I would cook for my woman. You won't have to cook for me every night. There'll be times that I will cook for you. I would like to serve you sometimes. It goes both ways. Like, it ain't always gotta be about no catering to no man.
I don't want a boyfriend. I want to be cool. I'm in college. Guys aren't ready for a relationship. Did I deserve a relationship? Yes. Did I feel like as a woman that in my heart that I wanted one? Of course. I was just in an environment that wasn't conducive to it. So I conformed. I conformed to being what you would call a hoe for my college period, because my environment was not conducive to me looking for no man. It doesn't mean I didn't want one. I think it's the same thing going on now. These women that say they don't want a man, they're lying.
And this was good timing that she brought this up, because this is something that's kind of blew up on Twitter, where a NFL draftee, Traylon Burks. I want to talk about Traylon Burks, who got pretty much mocked for having a room full of Beckys doing his NFL draft party. This is something that totally blew up online. He was going into the NFL draft and he was surrounded by a room full of Beckys. Now, I kind of looked at other pictures of it, and there was other black people in the room, but you know, I don't know who these other women are, but this is the photo that went viral about it, and everybody's giving him some flack now because I think him and the young lady here, they got engaged. And what I want to say about this, just to sum it all up, is for an instance like this, the situation I see him in, you got to keep in mind that when a lot of these guys come out of high school, they go to college, and he went to freaking Arkansas State. Come on. This is the type of women that would be at a state college like that. And these are the women that are in his classroom. They are in proximity of him. So you meet people. People talk to you in class, people talk to you in the hallway, and they just so happen to be of another race, and people kind of click. They like each other, and I think he's a country boy anyway. I forgot where he was from, but he's definitely from the country. And shout out to my country boys, because this the #1 country boy right here y'all listening to. But he was from the country anyway. Like, they're gonna connect. They probably had things in common, and love happens. Stuff happens every day. And you get to know people, and the next thing you know, you connect and got a bond, and the next thing you know, things happen and you fall in love, and that's the end of it. But, I saw online where a lot of women, and mostly the men just had jokes, but there was a lot of women on Twitter that was making some very rude comments. Yeah, I just thought that was another little interesting point to throw up in this topic, since it's currently trending right now. Okay, that's all I got for you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like, a comment, subscribe, and share the video as much as possible. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.